What is vibing? This is Vish, and today I'll be responding to Sadhguru's video on Sadhguru Handles a snake. Also, if you can hit that subscribe button, I'd be truly grateful. I'm a meditation coach and have guided hundreds of people on meditation journeys. If you have any questions as to how to start, or even want a one-on-one session with me, either comment down below or message me on Instagram @VishVibes. Sadhguru is a yogi, mystic, and visionary who is helping to enlighten the world. He is a guru who has been having a profound impact on the spiritual journey of me. As he calls it, a guru is really just a device, and that device is able to sprout upon a certain technology, which is what we can use for the well-being of ourselves. And that is what is referred to as the meditations that he initiates us into, whether that's Shambhavi Mahamudra or Shunya, and there's plenty of others too. In addition to the spiritual impacts he's been having on all of us, he's also doing a lot for the world in terms of basic necessities, whether that be planting the most trees in a single day, the Rally for the Rivers project. He's truly doing it all. And he even has that swag, which includes riding that bike all the time, even riding in a Hummer, which I actually got to see him in a Sadhguru Darshan event. He even came out of the Hummer and came straight to the darshan in just style. And so I'm truly grateful for his presence and all that he's done and that he's doing right now. Let's see how he's gonna deal with the snake. Wow, that's a cobra.
Here we have a little cobra. He just came into this building, so I'm just helping him out into the garden, back into the garden where he should belong. He shouldn't be in our living area. Not very safe, this guy, for us. A lot of people who don't know how to deal with him, he won't be very safe, but he is quite a fine creature.
Wow, that was just amazing. Sadhguru literally does it all. And from this really cool video, he really displays no fear. What I truly do appreciate about what Sadhguru says and teaches and sheds light to is he doesn't just talk, he does action. He has initiated hundreds and thousands and maybe even millions of people into certain meditations. And just like that, he does talk about in certain videos about snakes and how there are mystical creatures. And this is a really cool video to show how he has no fear and even is able to depict that kind of connection with that cobra. It is interesting to note that the cobra is what sits around Shiva's neck. And if you look at pictures and statues of the Hindu god, you will notice that. And as Sadhguru says, that there is a deeper significance behind the snake itself. Snakes, as I do recollect to my memory as to what he said, are creatures that display meditative qualities. And it's really interesting to know because when you look at the snake, again, this is what I've learned from him, it doesn't have any ears. It's just deaf. And so what he says is that the whole body is the ear. And if you think about it, the whole body is always on the ground. So it is a truly grounded creature. Now, to keep it real with you, before I even continue talking more about the snake and its mystical properties, I personally am, full transparency, still a little afraid of snakes. I wouldn't go near one in terms of if I had to, purely out of safety purposes, and I just have never even had the opportunity to. So it's not something I'm seeking out. I do live in Texas, so it is a great possibility. But yeah, back to what I was saying with regards to the meditative properties of snakes. It's interesting to note how in a lot of ancient cultures, the snake is used as almost a feminine, godly quality. Basically, if you look at even the Egyptian goddess Isis, you will notice that there is a form of it being a snake, and there is a form of the goddess being a snake. And so it is very interesting to see how the snake has had a very common presence in all the different ancient cultures, including the Hindu one. Sadhguru even does talk about in other videos and in certain readings how people that meditate, snakes will get attracted to just because of that similarities in presence. And that is why if you look at sages and meditative peoples, there's usually snakes always in their distance or always with them. And this is more of like that mythological story-based depiction of these sages. And I really don't think there's sages walking with snakes now. And I will have to resort to what Sadhguru always talks about, which is saying, I don't know. but it's just an assumption I'm making. I just haven't seen anything recently. Now, just to point and pose a question, have snakes had this deep significance because of their meditative qualities, which I personally haven't experienced for obvious reasons? Or have they just been a creature that caused a lot of harm to our ancestors way, way, way back in the day, and that is why they were feared so much, and it led to them being present in all these spiritual or religious stories? I don't know. And that is where I'll have to resort back to what I was saying earlier, which is just to say I don't know. And something to think about and be open to, because without experiencing something on your own, there is no point just listening to everything everyone says. And that even comes from Sadhguru. Everything that he says, I'm not going to blindly believe in. I will take a decent judgment of trust amongst a lot of the things he says, but I'm not going to blindly jump to agreeing to everything he says without experiencing it myself. And that is a core fundamental principle of spirituality. It's all about experiencing it yourself. Thank you so much for watching this response to Sadhguru holding a snake. Make it a great day, take it joyfully, and stay conscious.